reminds me. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the February meeting. We acknowledge what are traditional owners of the land, waterways and skies, and we pay our respects to elders past, present and emerging, and we acknowledge all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people who are part of the Greater Geelong community today. This meeting has been advertised as open to the public. The meeting will be closed to the public when considering confidential items. Welcome to our gallery as always. Committee members advise this meeting is a hybrid meeting, both virtual and in-person attendance. The meeting is also being recorded and will be published on Council's website. Committee members voting will be by show of hands as per Regulatory Legislation Amendment Reform Act 2022 of the LGA 2020, Part 12. Can I please have a show of hands from everyone that you can both hear me and see me, please? Can't see that at least. There it is. There it is. I can confirm we've got a quorum. Okay. Section 8, procedural matters. Apologies.
Councillor Contell, Councillor Sullivan. 7, 8, 9, 11. I've forgotten.
That's it.
Okay.
Perfect. Declarations of interest. Mr. Robin's gone off again.
Oh, that's what it is. Sorry. Robin, can you turn on your camera?
Not easily, no. It seems to have come on for a few minutes again and gone off. So do you have a quorum without me?
We do have a quorum without you.
Yeah.
Well,
We
could I
just can't
stay in
vote.
the meeting? And yeah, okay, fair enough.
I just want to note that I'm absent.
I'll attempt to get some help while we carry on.
Yeah. Confirmation of the minutes of the December ordinary meeting. I have a mover and a seconder, please. Brendan and Gareth. Matters arising from the previous minutes.
Nil.
Correspondence.
Nil.
Question time.
Nil.
Section B, reports. Budget update.
Yes, the budget reflects the decisions made at the last ordinary meeting, which was December. And we currently have commitments of 1.6 million with 674,000 uncommitted. Excuse me.
Funding applications 2023 Geelong Revival Festival.
Yes. The Geelong Revival Motor Festival is an event we're all familiar, signature event for the Geelong region, and is a celebration of classic motoring. The event has been with us for close on 10 years now, and is staged on the waterfront late in November. The last weekend in November, the date is strategically placed so that that's the last significant event which impacts road closures and central Geelong movements prior to stepping into December, which is when the sort of busy trading Christmas period starts. The last two events, excuse me, due to COVID, cancelled an event in 2020, and their 21 event was actually held in March 2022. So they had two events in 2022, which were years 2 and 3 of their previous 3-year agreement. The revival, the Geelong Revival Motoring Festival is delivered by Pace Marketing, and they have submitted an application to the committee for another 3-year commitment for 23, 24 and 25.
The consideration of the application will be moved in the confidential section of the meeting. Can I have a move to Julie and Brendan? funding evaluations.
Lovely. That funding evaluation is the Geelong Revival Motoring Festival. So as I mentioned, this was the second event in 2022. Excuse me. The event was estimated to have attracted over 35,000 unique attendees across the 3 days. So it starts with a cruise, a car cruise on the Friday night, and continues throughout all of Saturday, all of Sunday. The event in 2022 generated an estimated economic benefit of 3.8 million, which sits which is a similar economic impact from the event earlier in 2022, but about 50-60% of the economic impact from the events pre-COVID. They're scaled down a little bit in their delivery. Their event budget is for these 22 events coming out of COVID was smaller than a pre-COVID event, than a full event, but still obviously returned a significant return on investment for the funding provided. The rest of the evaluation is there in detail for the committee. Happy to answer any questions.
Okay, the recommendation is that GME accepts the event organisers the GME post-evaluation notes. The officers' comments. Mover and a seconder, please. Online? Gareth? Okay, yeah, perfect. Okay, section B, section C, further business. The next ordinary meeting, March 2023, to be held here and online. I'll move a motion that pursuant to section 66(2)A of the Local Government Act 2020, the meeting be closed to members of the public. I get a mover and a seconder, please. Pete? Perfect. Confidential. Section D, confidential matters proceed. Oh, sorry.